Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be a book haul. So for this first book, I didn't know if I wanted to include it in this video because there has been a lot of problems in regards to the author, but I've figured out where I stand on the subject and I decided that I will include it in this video, and I will kind of explain my opinions in just a moment. But that book is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, the illustrated edition. I got this for my birthday. So if you are unaware, J.K. Rowling is a huge transphobic, but it's quite problematic in the way that she handled the situation and kind of spoke about it. She does not stand for LGBT rights or lives or anything on the subject, and it's blatantly obvious, and she was very disrespectful about it, and it's stirred up some problems and bad emotions in the LGBT community, and so many people are so devastated that this is happening, and everyone's just so angry at her, and everybody hates her now. And there's a question floating around, do we continue to support the Harry Potter series? And so for me, I've decided that I'm going to continue to love the series. You can do that without even batting an eye towards J.K. Rowling. The series is way bigger than she will ever be, and we've learned so many things from the series, and we value the series so much, whether it's because of what it is or whether it's the nostalgia or the emotions that we feel from reading the series. But either way, we have an attachment and a bond to the series, and that can't just be taken away because of how shitty the author is. And Daniel Radcliffe actually spoke out on the situation, and he kind of said something along the lines that I just said. He said that it's okay for you to continue to love the series and appreciate the series whether or not she decided to act that way. And he encourages everyone to continue to hold on to the value that we have towards the series. And so I encourage you to continue loving the series if you are a fan of Harry Potter. She is kind of a terrible person, and I do not stand with her, but I am going to continue to love the series, and I just wanted to tell you that. So these next couple books I got from Owl Crate, which is the subscription service that I'm subscribed to. Owl Crate did post something on Instagram in regards to their stance with the whole situation, and of course their subscription service is based on the Harry Potter franchise, and they do not stand with her or her behavior or anything that she said, and they're very disappointed, but they didn't want to just cancel their whole subscription. They're still thinking about how they're going to move forward, but they have said that they will no longer be including any licensed Harry Potter merch. If there is something in a box that's Harry Potter themed, then it will be from small businesses or Etsy shops or things like that, but no longer licensed Harry Potter items. I didn't do an unboxing for the last box. I don't know why I didn't do one, but I didn't. But they actually sent 2 books in the May box, which I really appreciate. The first one that I got was Incendiary by Hello. I can't English, okay? We're just gonna say Z Cordova, okay? This one is basically about this girl named Renata who, when she was very young, was kidnapped by the King's Justice, okay? And when she was kidnapped, they used her to destroy her community, so the place where she grew up and all of the people who live there. And so she's just lived through all of these years of trauma and devastation. Then she gets rescued by this group called the Whispers. They are a rebel spy group, and now they are working together to kind of like stop the king's side of things. And it sounds like there's going to be a sprinkle of romance in here, which I 100% appreciate. And this book takes place in Spain, and being of Hispanic descent, I appreciate that, and I'm very excited to read this one. And the second book that they included in the May box was actually a graphic novel, and this is the first graphic novel that I own. It's called Witchy by Ariel Rise, and I was a little bit confused about the description on the back of this one, but basically there's a magic system, and the strength of your magic is determined by the length of your hair. So if you have short hair, then your magic is not as strong as somebody with longer hair. But if your hair is too long, because there are people who will like look at your hair and like judge your hair. So if your hair is way too long, then you're considered an enemy of the kingdom, and they're gonna witch burn you, whatever that means. I assume it means they're gonna put you on a stake and light you on fire. But that's kind of like the basic synopsis of this book. I kind of cheated and looked at the art style, which probably I shouldn't have done because I would have wanted it to be a surprise. But I am excited to see what I think of a graphic novel, again, because I've never read one. If I do like the format, then there are actually some other graphic novels that I've heard of that I'm interested in. Of course, Heartstopper by Alice Oseman is one of them. Before we move on, while we're talking about Owlcrate, so I've been looking for ways to save a little bit of money, like nothing drastic or anything, but I decided that I'm going to cancel my Owlcrate subscription. Not permanently, just for a little bit. Maybe until next year. So like these 6 months coming up, I won't be subscribed to them, which will actually be a good thing for me. Not only will I be saving money, but I will also in that time have time to read the 15 books that I've received from them, because I haven't read any of them yet. And that is actually a goal of mine going into the second half of the year, is to read at least 2 or 3 of the Owlcrate books that I have, because, like, you know, okay, so yeah, I am canceling my subscription for a little bit. I'm kind of sad about it, but I think I'll be okay. The next one is very, very exciting and special for me. I got it for my birthday, and I got the white editions of the Twilight Saga, okay? I'm very hype about this. Like, it's just the white cover and the back is red, and I am in love with it, okay? Except one thing I don't love about it is the fact that my mom, like, I told her about this hinting that I wanted it, right, for my birthday, because again, I got it for my birthday, and she searched everywhere. She told me the story. She searched everywhere. Like, I sent her a link to the Walmart website where it was only $50, which I thought was like pretty good considering like other places were selling it for like $80, okay? And so I sent her the link, okay? And I was like thinking to myself, like, she better order this now before it's too late, because these are limited edition, which means they're gonna sell out. And they did. And the only place that she could order this from was from Books A Million, and usually we don't mind ordering from Books A Million or shopping there, but we ran into a fat problem with Books A Million, okay? So she was charged 3 times for this set, which means she was sent 3 sets of this book, we don't need 3 sets, okay? We already have 1 set plus the set that we had before this one, okay? And she tried to get in contact with them a few times, actually, like explaining that like we only meant to purchase 1 and we only made 1 purchase, but we got charged 3 times, so we have 3. And they don't have a phone number that we could call. We had to email them. And they were like, oh, it says right here that you purchased it and it says that it was received, so I don't know what the problem is. And we're like, that's not the problem. We got it 3 times, okay? We are trying to send them back to you and get our refund for 2 of them. But then, like 3 days ago, we got another one in the mail. So we have 4 sets. And they're not trying to take them back. Or they don't understand that we're trying to give them back. And so we don't know what we're going to do, because at this point we've spent like $300, because this set was $70 at Books A Million. So what's 70 times 4? It's gotta be like 280. So I was close, 300. We've spent $280 for some Twilight books, okay? So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. We were like, maybe we could sell them on eBay, but then we run into shipping, which is gonna cost like $80 million, because like it cost my brother $80 for them to wrap something that he was sending to somebody in the mail, like just to wrap it up and box it up. Like it didn't even consider like how much it was gonna cost to get it there. And so I don't know, we're in a pickle, okay? But all that aside, I'm very happy to have these, and I have to reread Twilight before Midnight Sun comes out, and I don't know when that's gonna happen. Probably next month. It would have to be next month anyway, because Midnight Sun comes out August 4th. So yeah. So these last few books that I'm going to talk about, I don't actually have them yet. I did order them. They haven't come in the mail yet, but I needed something to film. So we're just gonna do it, okay? These 6 books are considered birthday presents because I used a gift card that I got to buy them. So the first one is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, and this one is about a boy who lives with his mom, and his mom has cancer. And he started having nightmares, like the same, I don't know if it's the same nightmare or if all of them are just like similar to each other, but he's had nightmares every night since his mom started cancer treatments. And one night at 7 minutes past 12 o'clock in the morning, there is a monster outside his window, and he was like expecting it to be there. Like he knew it was coming, but he was expecting it to be the scary monster that he sees in his nightmares, but it's not. It's like an ancient, more friendly monster, I guess. And this monster comes and visits him every day for a week, I think, and he tells him a story. And I've seen the movie for this, but I don't remember what happened. Like I don't remember anything at all. And I was like 13 when I watched it, so I probably wasn't even paying attention. But I do plan on watching the movie shortly after reading the book. So this next book is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan, and this book is about a girl who is 100% sure that when her mother passed away, she turned into a bird. And so since she lost her mother, she's moving to Taiwan to meet her grandparents for the first time, and she's gonna live with them. And when she gets there, she is determined to find this bird that she claims is her mother. And I've heard that this book is really sad and emotional, and it just like destroyed everyone's lives. Not literally. So like I'm ready for this book, but not ready, if that makes sense. So this next book is A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bachman, and this book is about this old man named Ove, and he's like grumpy but also very lovable at the same time. He kind of like keeps to himself, and everyone is kind of like thinking that he's like that old guy who's just like there by himself, and he's like really creepy and rude and disrespectful, and he's just like your typical old man, okay? And one day this family moves in next door to him, and he's just like taken aback. He's like, what? Neighbors? And so this story is basically about how he gets to know his neighbors a little bit, and they get to know him, and we get to see like why he is the way he is, I guess, and we kind of get to watch his community like shift perspectives a little bit. So his opinions toward everyone and everyone's opinions toward him kind of change, and they come to a mutual tolerance, I suppose. And so this book just sounds really heartwarming, but also like really sad at the same time. And the next one is Looking for Alaska by John Green, and I was a little confused about what this one's supposed to be about, but it sounds like it's a romance. It's probably a romance, and from what I gather, it's about this boy who goes to a boarding school, and he meets this girl named Alaska, and he's like trying to win her over. I think that's what it's about. Attack me in the comments if I'm completely wrong, but if I'm not completely wrong, please enlighten me and give me like a better description, because I am still confused. The next book is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I've never read anything by Alice Oseman, but I'm very excited. I actually have been looking forward to her newest release, Loveless. I don't know if it actually came out. It was supposed to come out in April, but I think she pushed it back because of COVID. But yeah, I don't know what Radio Silence is about. Like, I have zero clue, okay? Which I'm totally fine with, going into this whole thing blind. But supposedly this book is really good, and it's her best one, and this is gonna be like a taste test of Alice Oseman for me. And so if I like Radio Silence, then I'm gonna go ahead and get her other books and read them. That's the plan. And the last book is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton, and I don't really know what this book is about. I just know that it's about this girl named Ava Lavender who was born with bird wings, and it's not until her 16th birthday, or when she's 16, I don't know if it's her birthday, but when she's 16, she goes out into the wild, I suppose, and she tries to figure out like why she was born the way she was, and she meets this boy named Nathaniel who thinks that she's an angel, and he falls in love with her instantly, okay? And that's all I got. I don't know anything else. But the cover is gorgeous, okay? So hopefully the story is just as gorgeous as this cover. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this short little book haul, even though it wasn't really short, but it was smaller than the rest of them. So I am planning something huge for my channel, and you're gonna have to wait to find out what that is, and you're gonna have to watch my videos to find out what it is. So make sure that you are watching. That might be a cry for help, because I'm trying to get my views up, but I don't care, okay? I look desperate, and it's fine, I guess, but like sometimes life calls for a little bit of desperation. So for now, that is the end of today's video. I said that already, but I'm gonna say it again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and just stay strong, okay? And stay safe. The world is crazy right now, and it's kind of scary, to be honest, and I just want everybody to stop hurting each other, like physically and emotionally, because it's kind of rude, and it's kind of hurting me a little bit. So yeah, anyways, have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.